Well, many of us will be traveling this summer on long-haul flights and in never-ending car rides. And the longer we sit, the higher the risk we could form a blood clot deep in our leg veins. They call that a deep vein thrombosis, or DVT, and it can lead to rare but even more serious complications. The Fox Medical Team's Beth Galvin explains.
Deep vein thrombosis, or DVT, can happen to anyone, but long-haul travelers are at higher risk. And sometimes that clot in the legs can break apart and travel up to the lungs and block the arteries that supply the lungs. And that can be life-threatening, as one Michigan woman learned firsthand. She's moving slowly, but 47-year-old Tracy Krigler-Jones is finally back on her feet again after a health scare that began with a long drive from Detroit to southern Florida.
My leg was starting to swell, hurting, tingling.
Hours of sitting caused blood clots to form in Tracy's leg veins, which doctors tried to treat with blood thinners. But Tracy's clots broke free and traveled up to her lungs.
It was pressure, like all through here. And my lungs was, I couldn't breathe, period.
They call this a pulmonary embolism. Interventional cardiologist Dr. Antonio Satala says half of the patients can be treated with blood thinners, but the others, like Tracy,
there's about 45% of the patients where the blood clot, not only will it cause all of the other problems, which could be the shortness of breath and the chest pain, but actually will cause injury to the right side of the heart.
Tracy's clots, about an inch long, were blocking the blood flow from her heart to her lungs. So just taking a few steps was excruciating.
I'm sleeping right here, and this is the bathroom. If I had to use the bathroom, it took me about a half an hour to get over there.
Dr. Atala realized Tracy's life was on the line.
The left side of the heart is barely seeing any blood crossing from the right side because now there's physical obstruction to blood flow and also oxygenation. So her body is basically aching and it's not receiving any oxygen.
To break up the clots and restore the blood flow, Dr. Atala used a newer treatment that combines a catheter, ultrasound, and clot-busting drug. It clears the clots like a roto-rooter.
We go directly into the clot with these catheters. We infuse a very low dose of the clot-busting medication, so the work that would be done by the body in 6 months, we're able to do in less than 12 hours.
All right, Tracy, I'm going to get your blood pressure.
Tracy noticed the difference immediately. Her goal now?
Get better, strengthen myself, and to be able to walk 1 mile and get moving.
And if you are traveling, especially a distance, you want to be on the lookout for swelling, pain, tenderness in your legs, and the skin could be red or warm to the touch. So how can you protect yourself from DVT? If you're flying, you want to get up every 2 hours and walk around, stretch your legs and your calf muscles. Same thing if you're on the road. Take breaks every couple of hours to walk around and stretch. For the Fox Medical Team, I'm Beth Galvin.